Yes, everybody, so it's popping away. Hope Russ of the West Ham Network, hope you are all safe and well. It is Hammers Headlines in association with that KUMB.com, boys. Check them out. Lots of debate on there at the moment. Lots of debate for you to join in. All the time. All the time. There's lots of stuff to talk about, but even more so after yesterday's events. Hope you sort of come to terms with it, really, because I think that's what I've had to do is come to terms with it. And at lunchtime today, we sort of went through. It's a therapy session. Lunchtime was, I think. People came on, people got their opinions across, got it all out of their system, and also we spoke a bit about the finances as well involved in, potentially, what would, in terms of the decision about what happens with the management, in terms of the team management. Looking at, actually, we dissected the Deloitte Money League as well, the 2024 report. So I think that sort of tells you quite clearly what's the priority in terms of a manager at West Ham. It's, and I'll be interested to get your thoughts on that if you go back and watch it. But Hammer's Headlines, 3 stories, and one actually relates to an article that has featured in the Telegraph today, and that talks about David Moyes, unsurprisingly. And will he walk away? He is walking away. So, according to an article in the Telegraph today, written by Jason Burt, it claims that Moyes could be set to leave with no sign of the manager putting pen to paper on a new deal right now. The newspaper reported on its website yesterday that the Scot keeps his own counsel, suggesting that walking away from his post at the end of this current contract is not an unreasonable prediction. It's understood that despite his recent successes with the Hammers, Moyes feels unappreciated by some of the fans amid concerns over the team's style of football. Writing in the article in the Telegraph, Jason Burt wrote, "There has previously within the club had a feeling that Moyes keeps his own counsel and can be hard to read and might even walk away when his contract expires. That has always been played down, but it's an undeniably a curious relationship he endures with the fans. Moyes, whose current deal expires in just 4 months' time, may well deny it, but at the heart of it, it appears to be the sense that despite his achievements, he feels underappreciated by some of the club's supporters." Now, we had, it was led to believe that in the previous summer, he was going to go regardless of what happened with the Conference League. But obviously, the hysteria of us winning a trophy, maybe, would have, if we'd taken the decision to let him go then, I think, he might have walked away, he might have gone away, or he might have, been offered a new contract. I think I say it several times. I think we chose the wrong option, or the board chose the wrong option in terms of what to do with Moyes. If they offered him if he'd given a new deal at the end of winning the contract in the Conference League, then I think at least we would have some sort of timeline, some sort of progression. At the moment, we're in this limbo period, and I just don't think realistically that they'll make a change with 3 months left the season, and that will alienate a percentage of the fan base even more so. It will do, and it also could have a detrimental effect, I think, to our finances in terms of not next year. Well, next year we're reporting this year, but the following year, because of the importance of league position in terms of money won, and also in terms of things like, our current wage bill to profit, or our wage bill to income coming in as well. So, and again, we spoke about that a bit more in Hammers at lunchtime as well. It's interesting. I think I find it fascinating at the moment. There is, and I hate using the word narratives or story, but there is a trail of thought that caretaker, get Heitinger or Nolan or Noble or somewhat, a combination to see us out to the end of the season. Will that be the worst possible outcome? We don't know. I think for many it is the preferred outcome. I don't think if there was someone lined up, or there is someone lined up, which we led to be there may well be, then clearly if they were already available, they can't be. They'd be already in the position, in terms of this, and giving that manager or that first team coach the opportunity to have, in essence, a bloody long pre-season, in terms of seeing the side, seeing who's available, seeing how good some of these players are, in terms of offering new contracts and things like that. All that is, in essence, a job for the next first team coach and Tim Steinden. So I think, personally, I think there is someone lined up, but I think it's not lined. I think it won't be until the summer. And I think the whole, I don't get, and I don't understand the whole thing around him offering a new deal. I can, in terms of the outpour, in terms of all the updates from, people, sources within the club, that type of thing, saying he might get it. I'm sure, Moyes is very good at press conferences saying, in terms of, we're going to be sitting down and talking terms, and he might look at those terms and go, no, I don't want them, and walk away anyway, regardless of what happens. But yeah, interesting to see with Jason Burt. I always sort of listen to him a little. There's a few journalists I listen to because they have the ear of certain people. But for him to say that, it's interesting to see, that he's always had his own counsel, and he's very hard to read. And so we'll see what happens. But again, I can't genuinely see anything happening until the end of the season. So yeah, unfortunately. Elsewhere, obviously, one of the players we were linked with over the January transfer window was Steven Bergwijn, the Ajax captain and winger. His agent, Nathan van Koepener, great name, has confirmed that West Ham were interested in his client during the January transfer window. He was speaking to Fabrizio Romano yesterday, and he shared that the Hammers, along with some clubs in Saudi Arabia, were interested in signing him during the winter window. We apparently were offered the chance to sign him back in the beginning of January, and sources indicated he was open to returning to England following his previous stint with Spurs. According to his agent, though, Bergwijn still remained a very vital part of Ajax, hence the decision to stay and focus on featuring at the 2024 Euros for Holland in June. But he remains open to the possibility of maybe a possible exit in the summer window. He was quoted as saying, "It's true about the interest from West Ham. Last window, at the moment, Stevie is very important for Ajax. He's their captain, so nothing to complain about. We started a 2-year project with Ajax, only a 2-year project. What will happen in the summer, we will see. He is focused on Ajax and to play the Euros." I can see potentially Bergwijn coming in the summer after the Euros. Obviously, being a Dutch international, playing in the Dutch league is probably he's got the best chance of appearing in the Euro squad for Holland by doing that, and then see what happens. And then see what happens in the summer. He's a player we've been linked with, and I think he would have made a big difference now. But will he make a big difference in the summer? It will be better options. We don't know. But it's interesting to see that his agents come out and confirm the interest, which we all sort of knew anyway. And let's do a bit of a loan roundup now. Obviously, in terms of the academy players out on loan, like Marshall and Pirelli Potts, people like that, we do them on the academy show, which will be out later, late this afternoon, 6:30ish, talking about the under 18 games, the under 21 games, any contract news, anything new that's come out, and also going through all the people like Freddie Potts' how their match was this weekend, and people like that. We're just concentrating on the first team loanees at the moment, and there's been quite a bit of action over the weekend for our West Ham loanees, our first team loanees. We'll start off with Flynn. Flynn was actually replaced in the 33rd minute for Southampton. He went off injured, unfortunately. Southampton actually went on to win 5-3 in the second in the Championship, but unfortunately Flynn had an injury which took him off after 33 minutes. He was obviously in the starting 11 once again. Saeed Benrahma got his first minutes for his lone side, Lyon. He played the first 57 minutes in the side's 2-1 away win against Montpellier. Lyon now sit 13th in League 1. They've managed to pull away from the relegation spot, and they're level on points with 12th place Nantes. Thilo Kehrer has been a busy boy. 2 90-minute games this week. He featured in Monaco's exit in the French Cup to FC Rouen. They drew 1-1 after the full time and lost 6-5 on penalties. He played the full 90 minutes there as right of a back 3, according to Google. He also played the full 90 minutes as right back on Sunday as Monaco won 3-2 away to Nice. Former West Ham target Denis Zakaria scored 2 goals. He's scoring a lot for Monaco at the moment as Monaco move up now to 3rd in League 1. And next up for them is a home match against 14th place Toulouse on Sunday. Nathan Trott's lone side Veja BK's friendly match against Hobro was cancelled on Saturday. They return to Super League matches next Monday with a home match against AGF. They're currently second from Vej are currently second from bottom of the Super League, having been promoted the previous season, with Nathan Trott obviously there between the sticks. And that's your Hammers headlines. That is your Hammers headlines. As I said, go and check out. No, it's press the right button. There we go. Go and check out neosbrand.com. Have your say. There's plenty of debate there at the moment. And they've always said, if anything, these are brand, they're a good bunch of masturbators. So make sure you check them out. And I said, until next time, take care. Stay safe, stay warm, stay humble. Keep the faith, my friends. And come on, you bloody irons.